Okay. All right. So we are going to get started. I was saying that if there is anyone that you would like him or her to join us on our training tonight, please remind them that we are live right now. So welcome everyone to our session. Tonight we are going to look at how to use the inbuilt indicators in RoyoQ so that we are able to set trades, right? We have been doing this before, just that lately we haven't been consistent, but we will try our level best that we should continue with this training because it helps a lot. It helps a lot to trade with our Royal Q robot without waiting for a signal, right? So you'll be able to set a trade using the inbuilt indicators. Okay, so this is Coach Mo joining you from Johannesburg in South Africa. I'm gonna share my screen and then we get right away into our training for tonight. Okay, so I see we are 28 participants. It is still okay. Let me share my screen and then um, we get into business. Okay, is my screen visible? Is my screen visible? Is my screen visible? If it is visible, give me a yes in the chat. Am I sharing screen? Am I sharing screen? If I'm sharing screen, drop me a 1 in the chat. Okay, all right. So let me go to our amazing bot, which is Royal Q. Okay, so when you open your Royal Q robot, you are going to land on the first interface, which is currently looking at you, or it's you who is looking at it. All right. So here you do have a list of coins that you are going to select from, or where you are going to instruct your robot to pick from. So we do have two markets here. If you are able to see, we do have the spot market and we do have the futures market. So you can choose, if you are trading in futures, you're gonna tap on futures. It's going to show you the coins, okay, that are available in the futures section. If you are trading in the spot section, you're gonna also click on spot. You're gonna click on spot and it is going to show you the list of coins that are available in the spot section. For example, if I tap like this, all right, so all these coins that are appearing right now, they are under the spot section. They are under the spot section. All these coins that I am scrolling here, they are under the spot section. Okay, all these coins, they are under the spot section. So there are so many of them. There are so many of them, as you can see. Okay, if you have time, you can even count and see how many are available under the spot section. All right, one thing probably here, can you see here on top here? This is Binance, okay? Because someone will say, but those coins, I do not have them on my interface. What's going on? All right, so right here, these coins, they are displaying on Binance section. Okay, when you tap here on this icon, there's something like an arrow close to the logo of Binance. There's something like an arrow there. When you tap on the arrow, it is going to show you, okay, which exchange are you in. So you can see that I am in the Binance exchange. All right. So my robot is connected to Binance. There are some that are trading in HTX. All right. So when you are on HTX, you will see that there are coins that are available on the Binance market, but they are not available on the HTX market. The same applies. There might be also some coins that HTX is having, Binance is not having them. Okay. So sometimes when you are looking for a signal, or when a signal has been sent in the group, you will find out that you may receive a signal. Probably you do not have that coin in your exchange, simply because the type of exchange that you are trading in. Okay, please take note of that so that you don't get lost. So I am in Binance Exchange. The coins that are displaying here, they are under Binance. If I was in HTX also, you could see that the coins that are going to display, they are under the HTX. The same applies to the rest of the exchanges down here. All right, but I know most of the people, they trade in Binance, HTX. I think there are few that are trading also in Bybit. Yeah, I'm not sure about some of these exchanges, but I know most of us, we are in Binance and HTX, and probably some they are in Bybit, right? So let's proceed here. So this is the spot section, and we do have the futures section here. The futures section right here. So when you tap on the futures section, you will see that there is a display of future coins. Okay, because it's not all the coins that are under spot and they are available on the futures section. If you can go through, you will see that the coins that are traded on spot, some of them, they are not available under the futures market. Okay, now to your right side of the screen, okay, there are some features also that are going to help you to put these coins in order. There is the change here. There is the 24-hour change right here. So you can see we do have two arrows. There is one pointing up and one is pointing down. There are small arrows under 24-hour change. So these two arrows, or this section, it helps us to put these coins in order. For example, you want all the coins that are in green to be on top, and you want all the coins that are in red to be at the bottom. So you can just press these arrows. You will see that they are going to be arranged in order, meaning to say coins that are performing well, they are showing positive. They are in green. They are showing positive. So coins that are currently performing well, or probably they have even overperformed, okay? They are performing well, or they have overperformed and they are coming down in terms of price. You will see that they do have an indication of a green with a plus, meaning to say they are in positive. Okay, if you try to press the 24-hour button again, you will see that those coins that are here in green, they are going to be moved to the downside. Okay, they're gonna be moved to the downside. So they are right here at the bottom. Can you see I have flipped the interface now? Okay, so it is starting with those ones that are in higher negative. Okay, starting with those that are in higher negative, going down to those that are in higher positive, ending with those that are in higher positive, as you can see. All right, so these features, I'm sure you are able to learn them on a Saturday Zoom. Leader Doris normally do justice to that presentation. okay, when it comes to the RoyalQ interface. Leaders normally have that in place. You just need to attend a Saturday training. Yes, especially for beginners, so that you are able to understand all these features. I'm just going through because if you are picking a coin, you need to come here and set that coin. So probably maybe you do not find that coin, or you are taking time to scroll to get to the coin. So I just want to give you something that you can use when you are doing that. Okay, so it's very important to know how to set your coins in order, starting from those that are in negative, ending with those that are in positive, or starting with those that are in positive, ending with those that are in negative. Last but not least, next to the 24-hour change button here, there is a search button. So if you are looking for a particular cryptocurrency on the list here, and you are not finding it, or probably it is down here, and you don't want to waste time to scroll. You don't waste time to scroll. You want to do the setting quickly. So there is a search button here, right here on the top corner right of your screen, around the 24-hour change area. So this button, you can use it to search for the coin that you are looking for. For example, I want to look for Bitcoin. Okay, I don't want to scroll and then try to find out where is Bitcoin. Where is Bitcoin? I am wasting time, right? So I'm gonna tap here on the search button. I'll tap on it. So it is going first to show me coins that are under my favorite. Okay, RoyalQ normally what it does, whenever I trade any coin, it is going to put them under favorites by default. Any coin that I am trading or have already traded, when I'm done with it, it will bring it under favorites by default. So these favorites is not that I did choose and put them here, no. But RoyalQ takes note each and every time when I trade. All those coins that I have been trading, it will be putting them under favorites. Okay? So there's possibility that the coin I'm looking for, it is not displaying under favorites. What should I do? I'm going to tap on all first. I need to tap on the word all so that it brings all the coins. Because if I start searching here, it is going to search within my favorites. Okay? If I start searching here, it means it will search from these favorites that are here. So probably the coin that I'm looking for, it is not within my favorites. So I'm gonna tap first on all, okay, before I search the coin. So I'm gonna tap all. Then after that, I will write the name of the coin. For example, let me say BTC. Okay, so there is BTC. So instead of me scrolling and looking for BTC, I will just come here and search. And then I will tap on BTC, I open. This is under the futures market, okay? I'm doing this under the futures market. Right. So when you come and open the coin, it is going to have this type of a display. All right. It is going to have this type of a display. So RoyalQ is able to give you what I call more like an overview, though it is not detailed, but it's going to give you an overview of the market for that particular asset that you are looking for. Right? So you can see that there is a representation of the market over here. The market of Bitcoin is having a representation in terms of candles. Okay, so this is the market. That's why here on top it is highlighting market. All right. If I want to look for a coin that I am already trading, then I'm gonna tap under both. It is going to display. If there is a coin that I'm already trading, I don't need to come on market, I'll come on both. It's gonna display all the coins that I'm trading there, right? So here it is highlighting market because I am on this market. Now, this market is comprised of different time frame, or it is shown to you in different time frames. I'm not gonna talk about time frames, but I just want us to look at inbuilt indicators. That's why I have started this way, so that we land on the market and then we look at indicators that are shown in your RoyalQ application. And we're gonna pick one and probably we're gonna go in detail about it. Okay, so there is a time frame here of the market. When I say the market, I'm referring to the price of Bitcoin, which is represented through the candles. So there is 15 here, 15 minutes. There is 1 hour here. There is 4 hours here. There is 1 day here. And then there is 1 week and more. Okay? So you can have a look at the market in a 15 minutes time frame. How do you want to check the market? Okay, so currently what is displaying here, it is in a 4-hour time frame, meaning to say each and every candle that you see here, it took 4 hours to grow, to develop and finish. Okay, so this is the overview of the market in a 4-hour time frame according to RoyalQ. If you want to check it in 1 hour, you're going to tap on 1 hour. See, the display in 1 hour is different compared to 4-hour display. Can you see the 4-hour display? Can you see the 1 hour display? Can you see the 15 minutes display? Right? Can you see? So you want to check the market. How does it look like in a shorter time frame, which is 15 minutes? You want to check the market in a longer time frame, maybe 1 hour. How does it look like? You want to check the same market in a 4-hour time frame. What about in 1 day? How does the market look like in 1 day time frame? All right. So this is a representation of the asset called Bitcoin. That is how the price is being shown here according to RoyalQ. Now, let me find out. Are you following? Are you following? Are you following? If you are following, give me a yes. If you are not following, you are lost. Give me a no. If you are lost, give me a no. Don't feel shy. It is a training. Okay? This is a training you want to learn. So don't feel shy. The person who is understanding is going to effectively trade. So if you are not understanding, you're going to get stuck when you go and try to trade. So I'm saying don't feel shy. Okay? You should not die for someone. All right? It's a training. Nobody is going to laugh at you here. No. Nobody is going to laugh at you. So if you are lost somewhere, please indicate that. Please, can you repeat there? I did not get you right. There is no harm in doing that. Okay. So let me go back to the RoyalQ application. All right. Now here, below this chart, which is a representation of the price, below the chart, you are going to see that there is what we call technical indicators. Okay, we do have technical indicators. So under technical indicators, we do have what we call moving average. It is an indicator. We do have what we call Bollinger Bands. It is also an indicator. We do have a volume indicator here. That's why it is showing volume. And we do have MACD. It is also another technical indicator. We do have the KDJ. It is also a technical indicator. We do have RSI. It is also a technical indicator. Now, out of these 6 indicators, can you see there are 6 of them? Okay? Starting from here, from MACD going this side, we do have indicators that you can set a trade with. What do I mean you can set a trade with these indicators? You can instruct your robot to enter the market with the help of the MACD on the first buy-in amount when you are trying to make first entry in the market. Okay? You are not good at analyzing the market. You are not good at generating a signal for yourself. So you can apply these indicators in the Royal Q robot so that the robot can only make a purchase or can buy when an indicator has shown something to the robot. Okay, I'm gonna go into detail. So I just want you to know that inside your Royal Q robot, we do have these 6 indicators that are under the technical indicators. But the 3 of them, you can use them to enter the market. These ones, they're gonna only help you to have an overview or to have a look on how the market is performing. Okay? Yes, I know that in the technical analysis class, to those that have been attending, yeah, we have been teaching different types of indicators. We have been teaching about MACD, KDG, RSI, okay, Bollinger Bands, how to trade or how to understand Bollinger Bands. If you did not, I'm sure you are going to attend someday, okay? So we do have the moving averages, we do have Bollinger Bands, we do have the volume indicator. So when you press on these indicators, for example, I have pressed on moving average. So the indicator that is appearing here on top, it is moving average indicator. I have pressed on MA. MA stands for moving averages. Okay, so there are 3 moving averages here. Okay, I think one of the days we'll be doing in detail one by one, understanding moving averages, understanding Bollinger Bands, understanding volume indicator. Okay, we're gonna do them one by one because when you press them, sometimes they look alike to someone who is new, especially with the interface of Royal Q, because you cannot do any setting here to change these colors of the indicator. Okay, here we are only simplifying trading so that you are able to trade even if you are a beginner. Please understand me. I don't want you to be confused. I just want to show you a way how you can simplify your trading even if you are a beginner, you don't know anything about technical analysis. You can use what I am sharing with you to trade. Okay? So this is moving averages. When I tap on Bollinger Bands, you can see I do have Bollinger Bands there. That's why I was saying if you do not understand, you will think that the moving averages and the Bollinger Bands, they are the same, right? But we're gonna go into detail. Now, here I am interested in one indicator that I want us to look at in detail, which is the MACD indicator, this one here. This MACD indicator, okay? This MACD indicator is the one that I am interested in. this MACD indicator. I want us to use it to set a trade. The robot is going to enter the market. When something has shown in the indicator, the robot will buy on our behalf. Now, before we learn how to set this MACD, I want us to understand a little bit. What is MACD? Okay, what is MACD? So I'm not going to use the Royal Q platform to explain MACD because here I'm a little bit limited. Okay, for example, to enlarge the screen and doing some of the stuff, I'm not going to be able to do it here. So I'm going to take you to a platform called Trading View. Okay, if you are a trader here, you have been in the Royal Q business for some time, and you normally attend our training, then probably you should be familiar with the platform called Trading View. All right, there is no trader who does not have this application called Trading View, unless you are very new in the Royal Q business or probably in trading. But if you are a trader, you have been in Royal Q more than 6 months, you should be having this application called Trading View, right? Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? Are we still friends here? Are we still friends? Are we still friends? Let me see. Are we friends? Are we friends? Okay. All right. So let's go to Trading View application. I'm going to open my Trading View here. The reason why I'm coming here, I want us to go into detail and look at the MACD indicator. Okay? I want to use this platform to explain the MACD indicator. How does it work? So that when you set in your Royal Q robot, you understand when the Royal Q is entering the market using the MACD. What is it looking at inside the MACD? Right? So I'm going to, let me go to Royal Q page so that I bring coins that people are familiar with. Okay. So, for example, let me bring Jelly Jelly here. When I bring Jelly Jelly, I'm going to open it so that I can have the market, the chart for Jelly Jelly. Okay, let me remove these indicators. I've got so many indicators here. Yeah, I don't want people to get confused. All right, let me remove these indicators that are here on my let me take them out. I'm gonna only have one indicator that I want us to have a look at. Okay. And I'm gonna remain with this one. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, okay. So, this is a MACD indicator. I hope it is visible on your side. Okay. This is the MACD indicator. All right. It is called MACD. So, it is an abbreviation. The M stands for moving. Okay. The M stands for moving. All right. The A stands for averages. So we do have moving what? Moving averages. Okay. These moving averages, they normally converge with the C. We do have convergence. The C stands for convergence. So we do have moving averages that converge. The C is for convergence. And the D is for divergence. Okay? So we do have two moving averages. These two moving averages, somewhere they meet, okay? And then they start separating. That's why we do have convergence and divergence. So it is all about moving averages that converge and diverge. So these are the two moving averages, which are referred as MACD in simple. Are we following? The word MACD is about moving averages, convergence, divergence. So the two moving averages are these two lines here. So we are going to separate them. We are going to give them names. But initially, they are moving averages. So these moving averages, they converge and they diverge. Somewhere they cross each other. When they cross each other, they go different directions. They start to separate. Okay? When they meet, they will cross each other and then they start separating. After crossing, you see that they are separating. They are showing like they are going different directions. Okay? Or they will be distancing from each other after meeting. So that's why we are talking about converging and diverging. I don't know if this makes sense. Are we together? Are we together? Are you following, guys? Are you following? Are you following? Okay. All right. Let me go back to trading view. Now, we do have two lines here. Okay. I'm not going to go into the settings simply because we are not analyzing this indicator. I just want you to know a little bit of the indicator so that when we go to Royal Q and instruct our robot to enter the market using this indicator, what does normally this indicator do? Okay, that's where my focus is. For us to go into settings and all the details, we can do it some other day. It's not a problem. We do technical analysis in our morning classes. Part of it is understanding indicators. Okay, so don't go far from here. I just want to simplify what is this MACD all about. So there are two lines, as you can see on your screen. There is a line that is in blue color. This line, it is called MACD line. Okay, it is called MACD what? MACD line. Well, this orange one, I don't know it's orange or it is yellow. I'm not good with colors, but allow me to say orange for now. Okay, so this orange one, it is called signal line. It is called signal line. Okay, this is a signal line. So we do have two lines, the MACD line and then the signal line. All right, these two lines, they move. Okay, they move to show us the trend of the market. When I say a trend, I'm talking about which direction is the market going and where is it coming from. When I say market, I'm referring to the price of a particular asset. That's what I am referring to when I say market, because every cryptocurrency has got a market, which is price. So the MACD line and the signal line, they normally show us the trend of the market. Where is the market coming from? Where is it going? Right? So in most cases, you will find out that these two lines, they will be crossing each other, especially the blue line. is the one that normally does the crossing. So it will cross the orange line and go above it. Sometimes it will cross the orange line and come below it. Are you following, guys? These two lines, they normally do cross. When they are crossing with the MACD as an indicator, they are creating entry opportunities or either exit opportunities, depending which market are you trading in. Remember, we do have futures market and we do have spot market. All right, we do have spot market. So the blue line, sometimes it will cross the orange line. Let me put it this way. Okay, let me bring it here, as you can see. Okay, so the blue line will cross the orange line. Can you see what happened here? It will cross the orange line and go above it. It will start moving above it, and the orange line will be below it. So this type of a cross, when the blue line crosses the orange line, remember I said that the blue line is the MACD line and the orange line is the signal line. So when the blue line crosses the orange line, this type of a crossover, it is called a golden cross. Okay? It is called a golden what? A golden cross. It means that it is an opportunity to buy. Okay? It is an opportunity to what? To buy. It means that price is changing direction, going to the upper side. When a crossover like this has what? Has happened. If I can bring the chart here on top, if I can bring the chart, I'm talking of candles here. If I can bring candles here, okay? If I can bring candles here, and then I bring the MACD over here, and then I draw a line where this crossover happened. If I draw a line and go up here, you will see that there is some sort of change in terms of price. The price was down here. Now it is trying to go up. Can you see what is happening there? So what happened here, it is an indication of what happened here. This is what the MACD is telling us of what is happening above here. Okay? Because this is the price, this is the market, this is the real market. So the MACD is giving us a signal of what is currently happening on top here in terms of price. So you can see there was a crossover here. There was a golden cross that happened. So when the blue line crosses the orange line, there is an opportunity to buy. As you can see here, the market went a little bit up there. So if someone was to trade, for example, it means from where the MACD was making a golden cross to where the market tried to rise, probably one could have collected maybe 1% out of the market. We are not doing the technical analysis in detail, but I'm just giving a clue and say, when this type of a crossover has happened, what is being demonstrated on top here? Right? So this is called a golden cross. When the MACD line crosses the signal line to go above it. And at times, the MACD line also will cross the orange line, which is the signal line, to start moving below it, as you can see here. As you can see here. Let me enlarge this part a little bit. Okay. I want you to see. Okay. Can you see what happened here? There was also a crossover, but this crossover was to the downside. Can you see the MACD line? It was on top of the orange line. It was moving above here. It was moving above. But now it came and crossed the orange line. And it started moving below it. It started moving below it. Okay? So this type of a cross, when the MACD line crosses the orange line, which is the signal line, this type of a crossover, it is called a death cross. A death what? Death cross. It means trend is downward. The market trend is changing from upward to downward. Okay, death cross, it means market is moving from the top going to the bottom. Golden cross, it means market is moving from the bottom going to the top. Okay, so if you are a futures trader and you want to short the market, it means you are going to spot for, you're gonna look for what? You're gonna look for death crosses in MACD. Wherever the MACD produces a death cross, it's gonna be an opportunity for you to enter the market, okay, and short it. So you can see when the blue line crossed the orange line here, what was the type of a trend? What happened after this happened? Come here on top and check. If we were to draw a line here, if we were to draw probably a horizontal line, okay? If I was to draw a horizontal line here, okay? Let me draw, not horizontal, but a vertical line. If I'm to draw a vertical line here, where this crossover happened here, okay? There was a crossover right here. So if I was to draw a line here, all right, though I did not draw it at a perfect place, right? Nevertheless, what I'm trying to check is, if you look up here, you can see that when the MACD line crossed the signal line, the market started to go down. Okay? So if you were to short the market, you make your entry here. It means you are going to have a successful trade. Are you following? These two lines, they are going to cross each other, telling us the direction of the market, change of trend. Okay? Change of momentum. Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? So the MACD helps us to spot those entries and exits. All right? Are we still friends? I want to add something to the MACD. There are things down here that are also part of the indicator. I just want to explain them. Then after, we're going to go to Royal Q now. All right? After, we are going to go to Royal Q and then learn how to set this indicator in our Royal Q robot so that the robot can buy whenever there are crossovers happening. Whenever there are crossovers what happening, we want to set the robot only to buy when there is a crossover, when the MACD is making a crossover, either to the upper side or either to the downside, which is futures. Are we together? Are you following? Are you following? Are you learning? 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 Yes. So if you are someone who is always on the market, I know there are people who are always on the market checking. So it means at one time you can catch MACD making a crossover and you go and set your robot immediately. Instead of you setting the robot and wait for the robot to look for MACD. But there are people here who normally take their time on the market so that they can check out what is going on. So the moment you meet with MACD making crossovers, then you can also do your entries in the market. But that one, you need extra caution or other indicators to confirm your what? Your entries. Okay? You need other indicators to confirm your entries. Right. Okay, so let me finish on the MACD now, and then we come to Royal Q. Right, so we have discovered these two lines, what they normally do. They cross each other. When they cross each other, they make what we call crossovers. So these crossovers, they can be used as entry positions or entry levels in the market. Okay, depending on which direction are you trading the market. Okay, if you are trading futures, then a death cross will be a position for you. If you are trading futures as well, you can also use the golden cross if you want to long the what? The market. But in the spot market, we're gonna only use the golden cross, because in spot market, we don't trade the downfall of price. We only trade the upward movement of price. So we're gonna only use the what? We're gonna only use the golden cross. Whenever there is a golden cross, then it is an opportunity to enter the what? To enter the market. So you can see that everywhere where there is a crossover, there is a position for someone to collect some profit. If you are to look at this coin called Jelly Jelly, you will see that there was a crossover here, and the price on top here, it went up there. It was an opportunity. And then there was a crossover here to the downside. Then here is the market doing what it is doing. It was also an opportunity for someone who is futuring the market. Okay, that was a short position. All right. And then there was another golden cross to the upper side here. You can see that here the market changed a little bit of the trend. Okay, if you minimize the screen, you can see that the market changed direction over there. So this was a position for those that want to long the market, or probably those that are trading in the spot market. So you can see here, this golden cross created this type of the movement. It showed you, or it is signaled this type of a movement. It told you that the market is changing direction from going downward, and then it is going upward. So these are opportunities. Now, here, down here on the MACD, let me enlarge the screen. Okay. Down here, we do have these things. Let me call them things. Okay, but they do have names. Okay, these things that are looking like mountains, or that are looking like tall buildings in Dubai, okay, they are called histograms. Okay, these bars, they are called histograms. Okay, so these histograms, they also give you an indication in the movement of these two lines. Okay, when these two lines, when they are moving, okay, I want to add something to it. If you are to look down here, there is a line. There is a line here. There is a line here. There is a line here. When you go to this, you are going to see that they are zeros, meaning to say it is a zero line. Sometimes others, they call it a base. It is referred as a base. So these two lines, they're gonna move above the base. Sometimes they will move below the base. So this base, it is a zero line base. Are you able to see that at times the two lines will be moving above the baseline? At times the two lines will be crossing each other below the baseline. And these bars that are called histograms, they also grow above the base or below the baseline, which is the zero line. Okay, so they will cross over below or they'll cross over above. Okay, sometimes the golden cross can happen above the zero line or the baseline. Sometimes the golden cross can happen below the zero line, as you have seen here. This one is happening below the zero line. But sometimes you see that there is a crossover that is happening above the zero line. Can we get one? Let me see here. Let me remove this line here. Okay. Yes, can you see there was a crossover here? Okay, though it was not a clear one, but there was a crossover here. After the market came down here a little bit, then it went back up there. So there was a crossover. So this crossover that is happening here, it is happening above the zero line. That's what I'm trying to explain. A crossover happening above the zero line, a crossover happening below the zero line. So it can be a golden cross, it can be a death cross. But these two crosses can be happening above the base or below the base. Now, let's empty the histograms. These histograms, they signify volume and momentum of the trend. Okay, these histograms, they signify what? Volume, pressure, how much pressure is in the market. Okay, so the pressure or the volume, it is gonna also show you the distance between these two lines. Okay, the distance between these two lines. All right, so you will see that the bigger the histogram or the longer the histogram, the longer the distance between the MACD line and the signal line. For example, when you look at this histogram, you will see that the longer the histogram, the distance between the signal line and the the blue line, it is bigger. I don't know if I'm explaining it in a layman's language. The histograms, they indicate volume. How much volume is in the market, momentum. So if there was a strong buying pressure, you are going to see green histogram. Green histogram. They signify strong buying pressure. When the buying pressure is decreasing, the momentum is decreasing, you will see the green histograms will be changing to light histogram. Can you see? It's changing now. Can you see? It's changing now. It means the pressure up here is reducing. The buying pressure is reducing. It will reach a point whereby these histograms, they will change from light green histograms to red histograms. So when they change to red histograms, it means now here on top here, it is no longer buying pressure that is in control, but now it is selling pressure that is in control. If you are to look closely, when these red histograms appeared, it means here there was a crossover to the downside. The blue line crossed the orange line to come down. So it simply means there was strong selling pressure because now the market went down, and you can see the histograms here, they are red. For example, let me bring it here closer. When this happened, when this downtrend happened here, this downtrend, can you see what type of histograms are developing here? They are red histograms. So when the momentum is reducing, in this case, it's a selling momentum. When it is reducing, you will see that the red histograms will be changing to light red. It will be changing to light red. So it is signaling you that the selling pressure, it is driving towards the end. Okay? The sellers cannot continue to sell anymore. It seems like they are exhausting their energy. They are exhausting their energy. All right? Are we still together here? Are we still together here? Seems like my screen has stuck. Let me just switch off. Okay. I think I'm back now. Are we still together, friends? Are we still together? Are we still together? Now, I want us to go to Royal Q. I want us to go to Royal Q so that we can learn how to set this indicator using our Royal Q robot to enter the market. That is the part that is left. Though I did not explain in detail about the MACD, but at least now someone who is new has got a clue. Okay, has got a clue about the MACD indicator. All right, so let's go to Royal Q. Or probably anyone with a question here before I get out of the trading view. Anyone with a question here? Because we are moving to Royal Q now. Anybody with a question here so that I can address it immediately and then we proceed? Any question? Okay, so let me share my screen. All right. No question currently. So let's come to Royal Q. All right, we are still under BTC now, like we left it before. So let's come here now. We want to set our Royal Q robot to trade Bitcoin for us. All right, to trade Bitcoin for us. Let me start with the spot traders. Let me come to spot traders now before I come to futures traders. Okay, let me come to spot traders. So I'm gonna still use Bitcoin as our example, or maybe I can just tap on this one here. There is this coin that is pumping here. All right, yes, Tubo engine. All right, so we want the Royal Q robot to pick a trade on our behalf. Okay, but we want this robot to use MACD to make an entry in the market. All right, so I want you to know that our robot normally will look for the opportunity to enter the market in a 15 minutes time frame. If we are to employ MACD for the robot to pick a trade, it will look for the crossovers that are happening in 15 minutes time frame. Okay, that is according to Royal Q. Okay, Royal Q will be looking for a MACD crossover. In this scenario, we are going to talk about a golden cross because we are in the spot what? In the spot market. Remember I said that in the spot market, we only trade the upward movement of price. We don't trade the downward movement of price. So we're going to look for an opportunity that is emerging from the lowest price, and then the price is trying to go up. So we want the robot to look for these opportunities. But in which time frame? 15 minutes time frame. So the robot will be monitoring any golden cross that is going to happen in 15 minutes time frame. It will enter the market on our behalf. So if we are to put this in 15 minutes time frame, okay, then we tick here on MACD. All right. So we want to set this robot to buy when a crossover is happening in MACD. So we're gonna tap on create. Okay. We're gonna tap on what? On create. And when you tap on create, it always gives us a martingale strategy board, because this is where we normally trade in. We do not use the grid board, we trade in the martingale board. That's why this area is already highlighted by default. So you don't need to press anywhere, you only tap on create to continue. So you're gonna tap on create. Okay, so when you tap on create, you are going to receive a warning, because remember, cryptocurrencies, they are risky to trade. So RoyalQ is going to give you a warning like this. To someone who is new, will be thinking and say, should I continue with this? Look at what this robot is telling me. Okay, so this is a warning. So you just tap or you understand here so that you can continue. Okay, you tell them that no, I understand. They are saying cryptocurrencies, okay, cryptocurrency trading carries high market what? High market risk. Please trade cautiously and assess your risk tolerance. RoyalQ does not guarantee profits or bear responsibility for your trading losses. Okay, this is RoyalQ. You said, yes, I understand RoyalQ. You tap on the I understand. Then it's gonna open up now to give you this page. When you are on this page, I want you to look closely here. Okay, I want you to look closely. All right, then you are going to tap on trade setting. You're gonna tap where? Trade setting. There's a trade setting down here. Here, there is trade setting here. Okay, you want to set this robot to enter the market using MACD. So you're gonna tap on trade setting next. Then you tap on trade setting. So when you tap on trade setting, if you are trading the coin for the first time, it is going to give you this page, the Smart Create page, the one that you are looking at it right now. This is the Smart Create page because it is under Smart Create. Okay, so the Smart Create, it is the default setting that RoyalQ gives you. You don't want to do your own setting, you just want to pick what RoyalQ is recommending to you. So when you tap save here, it means you are saving these settings that are given to you by RoyalQ. So we don't want this. We want to create our own setting. So we're gonna tap on manually create. We tap on manually create. Okay, so we're gonna tap on manually create. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna go through all these things here. Okay, pardon me, I'm not doing trade settings today. Okay, I just want to show you how do you set the MACD in this setting of RoyalQ. So I'm not gonna do all these. Okay, what should you put here? What should you put here? No, I'm not doing this today. Attend the other trainings where we do robotic settings so that you learn about all these stuff here and their meanings, all these jargons, margin call limit, whole position take profit ratio, all this stuff, they are explained in other trainings. So I'm not gonna explain this today. But the reason why I am here, there is another setting that we don't normally use. That is for the indicators. When you look down here on this page, there is what we call advanced setting here. advanced settings, and it is optional. That's why sometimes we do not use this part, because it is not compulsory. Yet all these things here, they are compulsory. You need to use them. But here on advanced setting, it is optional. You can trade without using it, or you can use it. So today we want to use it. So let's go advanced now. Maybe we were floating. We were doing on top. So let's go advanced. So advanced, it means we are going to use the indicators. So we're going to tap this arrow that is pointing down here. There's an arrow here pointing down under optional. So we are going to tap on it to enlarge the interface, the page. So when you tap on that arrow, it's going to give you this extra portion of the screen. This one here. Okay, because this is our advanced setting. So it's gonna give you this extra page that you need to set it up. So this is where you set indicators. Which indicator you want to use to enter the market with. Today we are talking about MACD. So we are going to set MACD here. Are we together? I told you that there is MACD, there is key KDJ, and there is RSI. But today we are doing MACD, which is one of my favorite indicators in Royal Q. So now, when you tap on advanced setting, okay, you are going to change strategy period. Remember, we normally trade in one shot. We don't trade in a cycle. I'm not going to explain that. It is part of the upper part there also. Okay. Now, we want to look here where it says first buy triggering condition. First buy triggering condition. If you want to get more details about first buy triggering condition, you just tap on this icon here. Tap on that icon. It is going to give you what is first buy triggering condition. Okay? It says by entering 0, the system will immediately buy when the strategy starts. By entering a specific value, the system will only buy when the market price reaches that value. So which one is our value? We want the market to enter the market. We want the robot to enter the market under a certain condition, and we are going to trigger that price by an indicator. Okay, we're gonna trigger that price. It says when you tap here, it says when you put 0, by entering 0, it means the system will immediately buy when the strategy starts. When you click create, immediately the robot is going to buy at current price. But when you enter a specific value, okay, when you enter a specific value, it means you're going to enter a certain price. It means the system will only buy when the market, when they say market, they are referring to price. When the market price reaches that value. So you can set that specific value, then you leave. Then the robot will be monitoring. When the market price reaches that value, boom, it will buy. That's what it means. So in this scenario, our specific value, it is going to be triggered by MACD here. Our specific value is going to be triggered by what? By MACD. So when you tap here on trigger price, there is an arrow somewhere here on trigger price here, this section. Here is first buy triggering condition. What is going to be condition for the price to be triggered? So let's look here. There is a trigger price there. So when you tap on it, you're going to see this. So we want our price to be triggered by an indicator called MACD. Okay? We want our price to be triggered by an indicator called MACD so that the robot can enter the market to buy. So we're going to click on MACD. Okay, let's click on MACD. Right. So immediately when you press MACD, remember it is the spot market. We only trade the upward movement of price. So the moment you click MACD, you are going to see the golden cross happening or the golden cross appearing here. By default, they will bring it for you. Because in the MACD, there is a what? A golden cross. So in this scenario, the robot will be looking for a golden cross to happen in a 15 minutes time frame. Okay? In the 15 minutes what? 15 minutes time frame. Are we together here? Are we together here? Let me come to the Zoom. Are we together here? Is someone following or someone is lost? Is someone following here? Is someone following here? Are we still together? I am teaching about MACD here. Stop asking me about an indicator that is looking like a clock. I'm not teaching about that one. Eh? Christopher, you should be asking me about MACD. Don't ask me about something that I'm not teaching here. Okay? What's the difference of somebody who used the smart create and the manual create? The smart create, it means you are going to take the default settings that are given to you by Royal Q. That is a smart create. When you are doing manual create, you want to give your own instructions that you want. Is that okay, Dr. Katojo? The smart create, it is what is given to you by the Royal Q robot. When you see there on smart, it shows you. While the manual create, it means you don't want those recommendations from Royal Q. You want to do your own settings because it is a semi-automated robot. So you can change the settings and give instructions how you want it. That's the manual create. Is that okay, Doc? Doc, did I answer your question? Are you still here or you are no longer with us? Okay. All right. Okay, Christopher, let's go. That is okay. I will teach about that clock one day so that you understand when it says strong buy, strong sell, okay, buy, sell. All right, I'm going to explain that clock one day so that you also understand everything there is for something. But today I'm only looking at the MACD. That's why my focus is. Okay? All right, so let's come here. Let's proceed now with our Royal Q robot. So here is the golden cross. It has been already given here. You don't need to look for it. The moment you tap in MACD, golden cross becomes automatic. It will come. The only area that you need to change is here, where you are seeing the 0. Okay? So when I was in the trading view application, I was saying that the MACD line, okay, the MACD line and the signal line, they normally cross each other above the 0 line, which I was referring to as a base line. So there is a 0 line here. So the two lines can cross each other. They normally move on this line. So the crossover can happen above or it can happen below. That's why you are seeing the 0 here. So Royal Q is wanting you to choose. Do you want the MACD golden cross to happen below the 0 line, or you are looking, the Royal Q robot should focus on a 0, on a golden cross that is going to happen above the 0 line? That's why there is 0 here. So how do you notice, or how do you differentiate the two? That this one is below the 0 line, this one is above the 0 line. When you tap on this arrow, you are going to see two arrows pointing different directions. One is pointing backward, the other one is pointing forward. So when the arrow is pointing backward, it means below. For example, this one here that you are seeing, this one is pointing backward. It means below the 0 line. This one is pointing forward. It means the MACD golden cross should happen above the 0 line. So you are giving instructions to your robot that, please, I know you are going to monitor a golden cross in a 15 minutes time frame. There is a time frame here also. I told you that it normally looks for a golden opportunity in 15 minutes. So you are telling, look for golden cross that is happening in 15 minutes, but you're going to be specific with it. Then you're going to choose is either above or either below. But by default, whenever you open this section, you will see that the Royal Q robot will recommend above the 0. It will always give you this one. By default, when you come under this section, it will always give you this one. It's up to you to change it to be below. Why is the Royal Q robot recommending above the 0 line? Okay? In most cases, ladies and gentlemen, when a golden cross happens above the 0 line, in most cases, the price shoots up. It normally goes high up. Different from when a golden cross happens below, it takes time. Sometimes it will play, it will come down again. It will play, it will come down again. Okay? It is still playing below the 0. It is struggling to rise. The price is struggling to rise. But when a golden cross is happening above here, in most cases, you see that the price normally does not play. The buyers, they are not playing. You will see that price normally goes high up. So it is easy for the robot to give you your 1.3% that you're collecting, or the 1% that you're collecting. You will get out of the market. That's why Royal Q by default, it will give you 0 here. That is having above. Okay? I just want you to know, when you are choosing below and above, what normally happens. So the one above, price has got an advantage in most cases. I'm not saying all. In most cases, even when you go to your trading view application, when you see a golden cross that is happening above the 0 line, you know that the market will really go up. Your 1% will come out. Your 2% will come out. Okay? I'm not saying the one below it doesn't, but sometimes this one takes time. You will see that the price will be struggling to move. I have been monitoring this in my experience when I'm using the MACD. All right? Yes. So that is the reason why Royal Q is giving you this already by default. So once you have chosen here what you want to put here, then after that you can tap save. Don't tap anything. What you only need to do is to tap on first buy triggering condition here. This one here. Then you put in MACD. It has already been put. Then the moment you tick MACD, golden cross will come. And this one will be already here. This time frame, you don't change it. Okay? The time frame, you do not change it. According to Royal Q, it will look for MACD crossover in 15 minutes. That's all. Then after that, you're going to come here and save your settings. You save what? Your settings here. Then after that, you click save, you confirm. Okay? So when you click activate, ladies and gentlemen, this is the last part now. When you click activate, when you click activate, let me use a pen. When you click activate here, the robot is not going to buy immediately. It will be in a waiting mode. Are we together? Because you have set a certain market price value. So the robot will be waiting for that particular market value, which is our MACD. So it will be waiting for a MACD golden cross to happen so that it can do first buy. Our first buy, it will only be done when the robot spot MACD crossover in 15 minutes time frame. So when you tap activate, the robot is not going to buy immediately. It will be monitoring. Is there any MACD that is going to happen in this asset? When it happens, you will see that your robot buys. To a beginner, this is very helpful because you can set this and go and do your stuff. The robot will be doing the monitoring on your behalf. As long as there is an opportunity in 15 minutes, your robot will buy. So you do not need to wait for a signal. Are we together? You do not need to wait for a signal. You can set this and then you go play. Wherever you want to go, you can go. Okay? You only need to wait for a notification. Immediately when the robot buys, you will see a notification on your phone. If the golden cross does not happen in 15 minutes time frame, your robot still is not going to buy because there is a condition on when to enter the market. Is this clear before I go to future traders now? I have done spot traders using the golden cross. Is this clear? Is this clear? Is this clear? How to activate a MACD indicator? Is it clear? You can do with any coin of your choice. You don't need to be an expert. No. You can do with any coin of your choice. You leave it. The robot will be monitoring that golden cross for you. Yes, the robot closes the trade automatically. It closes it. You're not going to come and close it unless you do so yourself, because you can also close manually. For example, if you did say it, okay, if you told the robot, give me 2%, when the price rises up to 2% profit, then sell for me. Then you come and you see that the robot is already in 1.5%. It is still waiting for the 0.5 to complete 2%. Then you say, this is enough for me. The 1.5 is enough for me. What do? Then you come and close manually in the robot. You come and tap the sell button by yourself. But otherwise, the robot closes manually, automatically itself. Okay? Nancy, did I answer your question? Did I answer your question, Nancy? Did I answer your question? All right. Let me go to future traders. Let me finish with future traders. On the same note, how to activate a MACD indicator in the futures market. So let's get out of here because this was futures. This was spot market. Let's go to futures section. So I'm gonna tap here. Okay, I'm gonna tap here. All right. So this is the futures market. So I want to set the Royal Q robot to buy a future coin for me, to make an entry for me in the futures market. But I want to use the MACD indicator. So what should I do? I'm gonna come here, for example, let me look for a coin that is doing well, 1,000 swords according to Royal Q. Then I tap on this one. Okay. All right. Hence, I was saying sometimes you find a coin in positive, in higher positive, but see it in 15 minutes time frame. Okay, the price is falling. Probably it went high, now it is coming down, as you can see here in 15 minutes time frame. That's why I was saying it's not every coin that is in higher positive that is doing well. Probably it is on its way coming down. Okay, do you get it? It's not every coin that is in positive that is doing well. Probably it is on its way, it is coming down. It went high up. If we check it in 4-hour time frame, can you see in 4-hour time frame what is falling here in 15 minutes? What is falling here in 15 minutes? Can you see what is happening in 4 hours? That candle there, the price went high up, now it is coming down. As you can see, this candle here, the last candle here, can you see? So it's not every coin that is in higher positive that is doing well. Probably it is on its way coming where? Coming down. Please take note of that. There are people who just come here and say, see, it is in high positive. It means it's doing well. Let me set it up. Hey, you will get trapped. You will get trapped. Please do not do that. All right? It is better to use this indicator because it's going to help you. The entry that will be made, it is going to be a good entry by the robot using the MACD. So let's come here and finish it up. We want to do futures trading now. Okay, so here we are. We're going to still tap on create. As you can see here, we tap on create. Then we tap I understand. Then we tap on trade setting as usual. This is our trade setting section over here. Okay, then we tap trade setting. Okay, so this coin, it is already under what? As you can see here, it is already under manual create. All right, it is already under manual create. It means I once traded it. That's why it has arrived here first. Okay, so we're gonna still tap on the advanced setting optional. We will still tap here. Okay, then we're gonna tap on, remember, please take note, you need to look up here. Are you longing the market or you are shorting the market? Because when you are putting MACD here, when you are choosing MACD here on advanced setting, okay, do you want to long the market with MACD or you want to short the market with MACD? So if you are longing the market with MACD, you are going to find golden cross here. You're not going to find death cross. So don't say, where is the death cross? You're not going to see death cross because it is under long. Are we together here? So we want to long the market in this scenario. And we want to use MACD to make an entry for us in the market. So I'm going to tap here. Then I activate MACD here. What is going to be the first buy triggering condition? Then I'm going to choose here on trigger price. Then I tick MACD. Can you see golden cross has already come? Because I am longing the market. That's why golden cross is what? is coming. Okay? So here it is. So here, there is nothing that I'm going to do apart from here. I can just tap and save here because I still want to use over the zero line. Let the robot long the market when a golden cross is happening above the what? The zero line. So I will tap save. Then I continue. I confirm my settings, right? Then I'll click activate. Then the robot will be monitoring if there will be any crossover of MACD, which is going to be a golden cross, then it will use that opportunity to enter for me. I am longing the market. I am longing the what? The market. Okay? I want to trade the upward movement. I am saying the market will go up. That's why I am longing. If I want to short it, I'm going to come back here and change. When I tap on create, I understand. Then I must choose the short section here because currently this setting is under long. So I'm going to tap this section so that I can short the what? The market. So I'm going to tap on short. So when I tap on trade setting here, then I tap advanced setting. When I choose MACD under trigger price condition here, when I choose MACD, there is going to be a death cross automatic here. It's gonna be triggered by a death cross, meaning I am looking for a downfall of price. Is this clear, ladies and gentlemen? The robot will only do first buy. The MACD is helping us to enter the market first time with our first buy-in amount here. The MACD does not help us to do margin calls, to buy our margin calls. No, it is only for first entry because you are not an expert, you are not knowledgeable when to enter the market. Remember, your probability of winning the trade is dependent on when do you enter the market and when do you exit the market. But most importantly, how do you do your entries in the market? So our first buy-in amount is going to be triggered by death cross of MACD. Is this clear, ladies and gentlemen? Or I am speaking in tongues? Is this clear or I am speaking in tongues here? Let's help each other. Is this clear? Let me check this question by Doc. Doc is still asking questions. When you say it will do your trade as instructed in 15 minutes time frame, means after 15 minutes it will want or it will wait even after? No. Okay. Let me explain to you, Doc. When I say 15 minutes time frame, I mean this. Let me open that particular asset. Doc, please pay your attention here. So I'm saving this. This is our 15 minutes, right? Doc, this is our 15 minutes. This is our 15 minutes. You do not change it. It comes like this. You only need to tap on save. Right, so this is what I meant. Let's come to the market of this coin. This is the market. When I say the market, I'm referring to these candles that are here. These candles. Because these candles, they are a representation of the price of this asset. For you to know which direction the market is going in terms of price, you're gonna look at how these candles are developing. So in this scenario, is the market going up or the market is coming down? When you look at the display of candles here in 4 hours, this is 4-hour time frame. The display of candles here, Is the price on an upward movement or the price is on a downward movement? Give me an answer in the chat. Just by looking at this, is the price signaling to go up or the price is signaling to come down currently? What is the trend of the market? I want to answer Doc. I want to answer Doc. What is the trend of the market? What is the trend of the market? Doc is responding also. I thought he's not gonna respond. All right. Yes, the price is going up. That is in the 4-hour time frame. Okay? That is in the 4-hour time frame. Now, let's tap on 15 minutes and see. In 15 minutes, is the price going down or the price is going up? I want to tap here. Here. But here, the price is showing that it's going up. But let's tap on 15 minutes and see, is the price still going up in 15 minutes or the price is coming down? Doc, according to you, in 15 minutes, is the price on an upward or the price is on a downward? In 15 minutes, downward. Thank you so much. Now, if you did set your robot, Doc, if you did set your robot to buy this asset in 15 minutes, it could be looking for a death cross. Probably in this scenario, the price could be triggered. Okay? Yes, in 4 hours, the market is on a rise. But in the process of rising, the price is also moving up and down. Okay? Don't get confused and say, why are you saying that the price is falling, yet here it is going up? In the process of going up, the market does not move in a straight line like this going up. It does like this, like this, like this. Okay? So in a 15 minutes, you are able to see that there is falling of price. It rises. Falling, it rises. So if you are to set this in 15 minutes, you discover that this is going to happen. And the robot will see this as an opportunity. It will buy. So let me answer your question now, Doc. This is what I was saying. In 15 minutes here, if there is no, okay, I wish I could enlarge here. Unfortunately, I cannot enlarge. That's why I was talking that I am limited here. If you look closely here, can you see here? Can you see here these two lines here? They have crossed each other. The yellow one has crossed this one. Is this purple or what color is this purple? What color is this one? Okay, what I'm trying to say is there is a crossover here in 15 minutes time frame, meaning there is a decline of price. So if I didn't set this, my robot could have bought here because I'm looking for a death cross. A death cross has happened here. So if my robot entered here when this big green red candle was happening, when the price was touching here, probably I could be out of the market already. Can you see? Before it started to go up, from this movement to this movement, I'm out. Before it started to go up, because I'm only looking for 1%. I don't want 2, I don't want 3. I only want 1. So when the price started to fall here, and then the MACD was making a crossover here, I could have been in the market and I could have been out of the market because this candle, this is a 15 minutes candle. The first candle here, 15 minutes. This other one, 15 minutes. So probably my robot could have bought with the first candle and it could have sold with the second candle. In this scenario, I am shorting the market. So the robot will buy in 15 minutes time frame. When I say 15 minutes, I'm not saying that when you set the robot now, for example, now, after 15 minutes, the robot will buy. No, I'm simply saying in the analysis of this robot, looking at what is happening in the market in terms of the candles, because there are 15 minutes candles here, 15 minutes candles, there are 1 hour candles, there are 4 hours candles. Now, in the 15 minutes candle, is there a golden, no, not golden, sorry. Is there a death cross happening? So if there is a death cross happening in 15 minutes, the robot will enter the market. That's what I mean, Doc. So if the robot does not spot death cross in 15 minutes, it will buy. It will not buy. It will wait until a death cross is happening in the 15 minutes time frame. So the 15 minutes time frame can change to 30. Remember, one candle, 15 minutes. Another candle, 15 minutes. Another candle, 15 minutes. I don't know, Doc. Did I answer your question? Let me stop bluffing here. Did I answer your question, Doc? Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Anyone with a question? What happens when the 15 minutes elapses without the bot actualizing the MACD? Doc, can you answer this question? Max is asking, what happens when the 15 minutes elapses? Is the robot going to buy or is not going to buy? If the MACD is not spotting a death cross after 15 minutes, is the robot going to buy or it will buy? I need answers in the chat. Start typing now. How? Start typing. Thank you so much, Doc. It's not going to buy. It will wait for an opportunity. Thank you so much, Elite Pill. Yeah, Elite Pill. Thank you so much, Michael. It will not buy. It's gonna only buy if there is a death cross. Remember, the condition is what? Death cross. So it will not buy. The MACD does not protect you from liquidation. Richard, the MACD indicator does not protect you from liquidation. The MACD indicator only helps you to make entry in the market. So the robot can buy in a 15 minutes time frame. Okay, the robot can buy in a 15 minutes time frame. In this case, it is a death cross. It has happened. Then, after the market falls, it can go up. Am I correct? Am I correct? After the market has fallen down here, there's a possibility that it can resurrect before your robot sells. So if your wallet management is not in order, the MACD does not protect you from liquidation. Is this the right signal for above or zero? Yes, Anna, that's the right signal for above zero. That's the right signal. The one that points forward, it is above. The one that points backward, it is below. So that one is correct, Anna. You are correct with that one. Guys, did I answer the question about liquidation here? Did I say that the MACD protect you from liquidation? Did I say that? Did I say that? I don't want you to go home with a wrong information. Please, did I say that the MACD protect you from being liquidated when you are trading futures? No. It only helps you to spot good entries. because the Royal Q robot does not control the market. Sometimes the price can fall and the robot enters the market in the shorting of the market. Immediately after shorting, you see that the market starts to rise. Okay? So what matters is your wallet management. That is going to protect you from being liquidated. How you maintain your margin in the exchange. Okay? Yes, it is the one that protects you from being liquidated. The capital in your wallet, how do you manage it? Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? Anyone with a question? Because I have come to the end of my training now. Anyone with a question? You can ask or you can raise your hand and then I'm going to allow you to unmute. Let me stop sharing screen. Anyone with a question? We are done. Did you learn something? Did you learn something? Did you learn something? When you're making entries in the market, please trade also with margin calls. Okay? Trade also with margin calls. But margin calls works on which mode are you trading? I'm talking now to future traders now. Yeah, because if you are trading in the other mode, the more you buy, the more your liquidation price comes closer. You only buy more asset, but your liquidation comes closer if you don't have enough maintenance margin. It's my experience that I'm sharing with you. When you are trading in that other mode where you are not doing isolation, those that are not trading in isolation mode, when you are buying more margin calls, your liquidation price comes closer. If you have never experienced it, go and try it so that you do have experience. If you want to experience it, please do it. Buying of margin calls, it helps you to buy more asset at a cheaper price or to accumulate more so that when you sell, then you profit more. Okay? Unless you're doing it in spot. It moves your current price closer. I mean your average price closer to current price. It helps you. Okay? I'm going to share one day so that you are able to see what I'm talking about. All right? But if you are trading in isolated mode, then it's okay. Buying of margin calls, it helps you. It helps you. But in the other mode, guys, I'm sharing what I have experienced. Okay, so what happens when the market goes against you? What happens when the market go against the trade? In a few minutes, the robot enter the trade. No, Nancy, you just remain patient. You just remain patient. What matters is that the robot has made an entry for you and it has made a good entry. Okay? The market goes up and down, but definitely what I know with using MACD indicator, okay? What I have experienced so far, guys, I'm sharing my experience. When the robot enters using MACD, if your take profit is not more than 1%, normally you come out, the robot sells. A golden cross and a death cross, whenever the robot takes a trade using those two crosses, it normally delivers before it starts changing direction, unless you are crying for a bigger take profit. Yeah, you will see that your 1% has been achieved, but now you are looking for 3, you are looking for 5. Then it will be in positive. After that, it goes to negative while you are watching. But the small take profit like 1%, 1.2%, it normally delivers. So Nancy, you just need to be patient. The price will come back. Thank you for asking those questions. It means you are really following. Okay, Christopher, differences between futures and spot. I'm going to explain it in another training. We do have a training for that. What is future trading? What is spot trading? It's a presentation on its own, but it's a good question, Christopher. It's a good question. So we're going to do it someday. We always repeat it. Differences between what is futures, what is spot. Anyone with a question for what we were doing today? All right. So allow me to end here. I don't know if there's any contribution from my other leaders that were joining me on the platform. Yes, leader Emma, I think, is here. I don't know if he's in a position to talk, but I acknowledge his presence in the room. If you are in a position to talk, okay, it's fine, my leader. You can give us a signal so that we don't end this Zoom when you wanted to talk. That is, if you are here. Okay. All right, guys. I wish you a blessed evening. We have been here almost 2 hours. Yes, almost 2 hours we have been here. I hope that it was fruitful. You have benefited from 8 to 10. That is my time here. Yeah, I think it was worth it. It was worth it. So congratulations to you for attending the training. Please, when we train you, we expect you to go and practice. If you do not practice, this information will be useless. If you do not practice, this information will not yield to anything. So when we train you, we expect you to go and practice. Okay? Yes. If you are stuck somewhere, please consult us so that we can help you. We are together in this. So let's meet tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow is Friday in the evening. I think we do have a question and answer session. Yeah. So we're going to meet tomorrow. I'm not sure about the morning trainings, but in the evening, I know that we do have question and answer session. Probably we might meet together. But if you don't meet again, I hope to see you on Monday in our business presentation. Yeah. Thank you so much for attending today. Until we meet again, good night, guys. Good afternoon, good morning. Bye-bye. Bernard, we recorded this Zoom. So Leader Doris is going to share the link in our WhatsApp group. Okay? So you can go and review the lesson. Don't worry. The lesson was recorded. So after here, we are going to share the recording in the group when it is ready. Right? Leader Doris, I know she's going to share it. So you can go and have a look again. Wherever you missed, then you can correct yourself there. Is that okay, Bernard? Bernard Okoli. Bernard Okoli, is that okay? Okay, all right. Charles, you are not in a WhatsApp group. How did you join here? Charles, how did you join here? Where are you coming from? We need to help you. Who sent you the link? Who sent you the link, Charles? Should I allow you to unmute so that we deal with this for once? Please raise your hand, Charles. We can interact here. We don't hide anything, okay? We don't hide anything. We just want to assist you better, all right? We want to help you better. Your colleague did share the link with you. We want to find out who is this colleague of yours who is sharing a link with you, and he cannot, I mean, you are not in the WhatsApp group. So how are you doing the business? Charles, how are you doing the business? Where is Charles here? I want to ask you, Charles. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. We are not fighting. Okay? I'm not doing a interview with you. No. I just want to help you better. Is that okay, Charles? Where is Charles? He's gone. Okay, here he is. Charles, I'm allowing you to unmute. Please unmute your microphone. Yes, speak, please.
I'm not in a group, any WhatsApp group. I got a
Mm-hmm.
link from my colleague.
Okay. So you do have a robot that is working.
No, I'm just following this session. It's my first time. I think
You
after
don't have, or you don't have an active robot. You did not buy your robot.
I didn't.
You did not. Oh, okay. So that is the reason why, because this class is for people that are having a robot already. So where are you going to practice, Charles? Because you don't have a robot now.
I think after this session, I will buy it.
Please buy it, Charles.
Yes.
Buy it. Yeah, so that you can practice what we are learning here. If you don't have a robot, you're not going to be able to practice. So it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, understand.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming in and being honest with us. I really appreciate that. So please go get your robot so that tomorrow we do not you do not miss, because you need to be in this WhatsApp group where we share the recordings.
Yes,
Yeah, so now we cannot add you there because you are not a member.
I understand.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Where are you joining us from, Charles?
Yeah. From Rwanda.
Oh, you're joining from Rwanda. Okay. Okay, so thank you so much, Charles. You're gonna be taken care of. We do have leaders in Rwanda. They're gonna assist you to get your robot. I'm sure by weekend you're gonna have your robot, or probably next week. So thank you so much for being honest with us.
Welcome.
Okay. Okay, guys. Have a lovely night. Uh, I think I already said my goodbyes. I was just here because of Charles was asking questions. Yeah. So thank you so much, guys. See you next time. Blessed night. Until we meet again. Bye bye.